Okay everyone, so it is Monday evening and it's supper time. I actually did not record anything between my cappuccino this morning and now. So I'll probably just attach these on Tuesday's video. So we're having fish fry tonight, a combination of walleye and perch. Making it like I usually do. Egg, batter, flour, dip it in the egg, dip it in flour, and fry it up. So that's pretty much how we do it. And then I'll season it with salt and pepper after I take them out of the fryer. And the seasoning seems to stay that way a lot better. So, all right, so that's what I'm making for supper. We're going to have white rice with it, and that'll be it. All right, everyone, so here is our batch of fish, and I'm just waiting for the last few minutes of the rice to get done. All right, everyone, so here is our plated fish and rice for this Monday night supper. It's a combination of perch and walleye given to us by a friend we met at the campground. So yeah, I'm going to sit down and enjoy this supper. I'll probably just have some applesauce with it. I'll put some soy sauce on my rice, and Glenn is using buffalo sauce. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to a new day. It is, I have no idea what day it is. It is Wednesday. It's Wednesday, late afternoon, early evening, and just about supper time. And as you can see, I'm making something. And I want to welcome you to a week of cooking from our pantry. So that means no going to the store to buy something that we might be missing. It's absolutely cooking from our pantry this week. And I've actually already started with a fish fry earlier in the week, and I'll include that in the video. But today I am making a beef noodle casserole. So in here I've got ground beef with chopped up onions and diced tomatoes, and 2 cans of tomato soup. We like using tomato soup versus tomato sauce. So, and actually it's probably the first time I've done it. So hopefully it comes out good. But I've got water boiling for the egg noodles. And then we're going to just throw it in the casserole dish, top it with some cheese, and throw it in the oven. Alright everyone, so I am ready to start putting the stuff in the casserole dish. Now this is a beef noodle casserole, and a couple of you have submitted recipes for a beef noodle casserole. But when I do those recipes, I want to do them exactly how the recipe goes, and I don't have all of the ingredients for those recipes. So for now, I'm just going to do the cook from our pantry thing and cook with what we have right now. So those recipes will still be used, but at a later date. So, all right, so we are going to move on and get this casserole going. I want to thank you all for submitting recipes, and don't forget to keep submitting them for those of you who haven't. And I think it'll be a fun thing, especially with the holidays coming. I know, like for Thanksgiving, we have our own recipe for a stuffing, which comes from Glenn's ma. And so yeah, if you have any family recipes you want me to make, submit the recipe. All right, I'm going to take my egg noodles and put them in here first. And this is the big 9x13 casserole dish. And I'm not sure why I did it in such a big dish, because we've been making casseroles in the smaller one. But one, I want to make sure we have leftovers for tomorrow. That's part of saving money, is, you know, eat leftovers. And if there's more leftover, I could either freeze it or we could have it for lunch. So, all right, now I'm going to get the ground beef mixture. Okay, so here's the ground beef mixture, and it's heavy. I'm just going to pour it over the noodles. And I used about 1.5 pounds. I normally only use 1. But one of the packages of ground beef look a little small, so I wouldn't even say I used 1.5 pounds. It was probably a 1¼ pound. All right, so I'm just going to mix this all together. And you can put anything you want in here. Veggies or whatever. And I'm also going to do desserts. Bake from the pantry. So if I don't have any pie crusts that are already made, guess what? I will have to make some. So, all right. And now I'm going to top it with cheese. I've got a couple open bags of cheese here. I'm just going to finish those off. I'm going to go light on one side because I know Glenn doesn't like a lot of cheese. All right. So I'm going to leave it at that. And now I'm going to put this in the oven for about 10 to 15 minutes and let the cheese melt and maybe even get a little crust to them. All right, everyone. So this is the cheesy beef noodle casserole. And I ended up being outside for a little bit, so I had to quick come and turn off the oven, so the top got a little cooked a little more. So, but yeah, this is a simple meal, all the way cooked from our own pantry. We didn't go buy anything for this. And yeah, so that's another meal from Cook from the Pantry. I forgot to do a little video on the serving on the plate, but this is what it looks like. I didn't let it really sit, so it didn't get a chance to form, to cut it out in a perfectly square piece, but it doesn't matter because I'm going to eat it anyway. So, good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to a new day. It is Thursday morning. Making a pot of coffee for Glenn right now. And I'm going to be making some pancakes and bacon. Just pancakes and bacon, actually. So, yeah. So that's what I'm going to be making for breakfast. And tonight we're actually just going to have leftover cheesy beef noodle casserole. And funny thing about that casserole I made. So, we used to make a casserole. It's called a pea casserole. And I never ate it, but I made it for Glenn. But I haven't made it in a long time. And let me just get stuff here. Yeah. But I haven't made it in a long time. And his sister and his mom used to make it. But when I gave him the plate of beef noodle casserole last night, he says, what this is a pea casserole without the peas. And I actually gave him a side of peas to go with it. So it actually was pretty coincidental. So I said, well, throw your peas in there and you have pea casserole. But yeah, the casserole was good. And we'll have leftovers tonight. And yeah, so when I warm it up tonight, I'm just going to warm up peas in his. And that way it would be a pea casserole for him. And I'm just going to warm up mine like that. He wants his warmed up in the oven because he likes that crust to get, that top to get crusty. And so yeah, I thought about warming mine up in the Hot Logic. I don't much care about the crusty part. But I don't know if the noodles would get like mushy or not. I don't think they will. They're pretty thick. So yeah, I have to do a couple things today. Today is the weekly food pantry. So I'm going to go to that. And I have to get a couple things from a couple different places today. Now, it's becoming the end of the week, and I got to start getting ready for the camping trip next week. But I do have to get some stuff. Now, I know this is a week of cook from your pantry, and I'm still doing that. But the desserts that I'm going to be making for our friend at the campsite, I am going to get stuff for his desserts, because if I use our stuff, then that would deplenish all of our stuff. So I don't want to do that. So technically, I'm still, for us, cooking from our pantry. But for his desserts, I will have to get some of this stuff for him. And I think I'm going to go to Dollar Tree and see if they have like a little 8x8 tinfoil tray that he can just throw away, because he lives too far for me to collect our stuff back. So yeah, I'm going to get the griddle out now and start frying up some bacon. All right, everyone, so here is breakfast, and that's just one pancake and some bacon. So, all right, I'm going to eat, and I got to get ready to go to the food pantry, so stay tuned. Okay, everyone, so it is after 5 now, so it is supper time. I went to the weekly food pantry today, and then I brought home the pantry items, and then I had to go back out to run some errands. So by the time I got home, it was actually already after 4 o'clock. It was like, where did that time go? Absolutely have no idea where that time went. So nonetheless, it's time to warm up some food. I haven't done the video for the pantry haul yet, so I have to do that tonight, as well as make some pie crust, because I'm supposed to be making an apple pie tonight. But with the errands and everything, time got away from me today. All right, so over here is Glenn's, and he just threw his peas in there, made it a pea casserole. Like I said, funny thing, I made a pea casserole minus the peas. So now we just threw his peas in there, threw another can of tomato soup in there, and he wants his warmed up in the oven so the top can get a little crusty. And here is mine, and as you can see, it's in the Pyrex dish, and it is going to get warmed up in the Hot Logic Mini. And yeah, so that's what I'm going to do right now. Oven is preheated, so I'm going to get these, start warming these so we can eat. All right, everyone, so mine is finally done. Glenn ate a lot sooner than me. I knew the Hot Logic would take longer than the oven, so but it is done, and I'm going to sit down and enjoy this, and I'm going to eat it right out of the Pyrex dish. Why dirty another dish? So all right, so stay tuned. Yeah, I still have stuff to do tonight.